If you would like to see how I transform my Gojo figurine into the female version, you better make sure you keep watching. Hey, what's up? My name is MJ Universe, and for today's figure transformation, we're getting started with Gojo. Before I got started, I really wanted to gain some inspiration when it comes to the girl version of Gojo. There are so many different types, like with straight hair, with a ponytail, with a bun, and I really wanted to be intentional about how I designed her. So, I think I got a good idea for what I'd like to do. There are some elements to Gojo that I definitely wanted to keep, like his uniform, the style of his hair, his eye color, but there are other things that I wanted to make a little more girly. I put some clay in one of my molds from Gojo. Actual figurines that I sell are made of plastic, so if you're interested, don't worry, yours won't break. But for now, I pulled the clay version out of a mold, and so far, I'm not really liking the whole body part of Gojo in clay form. It's not exactly perfect, like the details aren't there, but I think I'm gonna use the head body part. For the rest of the body parts, we're gonna go ahead and measure with a scale. Once I have all of my pieces, it's time to get started on the chest part first. And we're gonna make sure we add, some nice little curves because we are making a girl here. We wanna embrace our curves. I like to put a wire as an anchor for all of my body parts, like the hip area and her legs. And now we have more so of a human being going on here. I'm gonna put that to the side, and then we're gonna shape down Gojo's very masculine, manly hair here. Although any girl I know would kill for some hair like Gojo's. It's pretty fly, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna make sure we smooth it on out and make sure the back of her head is nice and smooth for her hairstyle that I picked. But I still wanted to make sure there were some spikes in there to represent Gojo's style overall. I wanted to keep her very Gojo-esque. So now that we have a basic shape for her head, we're gonna put that to the side because I warmed this up quite a bit, and we're gonna get going on the rest of her body parts. Moving on to the uniform part, before I laid it all out, I just wanted to make sure that the clay that I cut was accurate to her body type, and then I'm going to add her legs with her boots and her shorts attached, and then we're moving on to the arms and the classic peace symbol that Gojo's hands are doing, at least my Gojo. And with a little bit of editing, we're just going to speed that process up because honestly, it's really tough to put little details on camera. Like, I need to be all in, you know? So now that that's done, we're gonna go ahead and start on the standard uniform that the Jujutsu Kaisen characters are wearing, but make it a little more girly. So hers is gonna be a bit more fitted than my male version of Gojo. And then we're gonna add on the arms. And you want to really make sure that if you're going to make any type of clay figurine, you definitely want to watch out for fingerprints because that is very easy to do. So now we're going to get started on this hair, and after some deliberation, I've decided that I wanted to do a cute, very full high ponytail because I feel like that represented Gojo's personality if he was a girl the most. But don't worry, it's still looking a little weird, but you have to trust the process. Trust the process. I promise you, it looks really, really, really cute at the end. But you saw it. So now we're going to add some divots into the clay to represent the different type of strands in her ponytail. And we're going to add some pieces to that too, like the cute little flyaways that us girls have for our hair. And as you can see, I'm struggling because my fingers are all into the clay, messing up her face. Poor girl. And we're gonna keep on going, just adding a bunch of cute details to make her more feminine. And with one little piece, I think I've come to a girl Gojo that I think I like. Yeah, and then after I've baked it, we're gonna get to painting. Painting these figurines is probably my favorite part. I want to say the sculpting, because there's not a lot of parts to it. Well, there are a lot of parts to it, but I feel like painting is first and then sculpting and then all the other random pieces that you would get bored with. But anywho, I love painting. It's my favorite part. This version of this color blue is a little bright on camera, and I was a little worried about it too, but I like the way it dried. It's the Arteza brand of acrylic paint. I really, really like it. And I did give girl here a few coats just to be sure. And with her uniform, I really wanted to personalize it. And at first I was gonna make it a skirt, but I'm like, you could fight in a skirt, but let's just make it easy on ourselves. Let's just wear some cute shorts. A short set can be cute. And then we're moving on to her boots. Nice and simple. I feel like if I was gonna sign a girl up to fight, I would definitely want her to wear proper foot gear, not like heels or anything, setting us up for greatness. If you all are liking this video and if you'd like it to be a whole series, please feel free to let me know down in the comments. And if you have any suggestions on any characters you'd like me to make, let me know. I'm down. And now that we're all done with her boots, we're moving on to the classic white, platinumish, silverish hair. And this was probably my favoriteest part of painting, along with her eyes. But we'll save the eye part for the reveal at the very end. And now we're just gonna set a nice base for her eye color. And her eyes are going to be a nice light blue. And a few extra little details. And just like that, we have Girl Gojo. I'm so happy that I pushed myself to try this out and start this series. If y'all would like me to try a specific character, please let me know down in the comments. Also, how did I do? Let me know. Do we like her? Are we fans? Like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Okay? Later.